Hi, I'm Steve with Midwest Mountain Guides at www.midwestmountainguides.com. This is part of our informational series, and today we are going to demonstrate the munter is a great hitch to raise or lower a climber. Make sure you flip the munter so it is set to lower and then lock in your carabiner. When lowering, it is always a good idea to use a backup in the form of a prusik tied to the brake hand of the rope and back into your belay loop or leg loop. The prusik is useful for heavier climbers and helps with icy or wet ropes. You can also lower using an aperture device and a locking carabiner. Clip the carabiner and aperture device directly into the anchor. Then, thread the climbing rope into the device and lock the carabiner. I prefer to orient the aperture device so my brake hand is on the high friction side of the ATC. The brake hand of the aperture device should then be redirected to a locking carabiner above the master point. In this case, it's clipped into the shelf. Before loading the system, check all connections and tie a friction hitch connected to your belay loop or leg loop. You can now load the system slowly and begin to lower your climbing partner. A munter can also be added to this system to increase the amount of friction if lowering with an aperture device and you have wet or icy ropes. Make sure you orient the load strand toward the spine of the carabiner on the munter when it's redirected from the aperture device. Another way to lower is by using an auto-blocking belay device such as a guide ATC or a Petzl Reverso set up in guide mode to belay your second. After loading the rope, check the system to make sure it is locking in the correct direction before lowering or raising a climber. According to the 2013 Accidents in North American Mountaineering, belay error accounts for 12% of all climbing incidents. During the course of a climb, it may be necessary to release the locked belay device when it is under load to lower your second so that he or she can reach safety. Girth hitch a thin sling into the reverso and redirect it into a locking carabiner. Keep your brake hand on the rope and pull down on the sling to lower the climber. You can also clip the other end of the sling into your belay loop. You can now release the lock by squatting down and keeping both hands on the rope. You can also lower with an assistive belay device clipped directly into your anchor, such as the grigri. Make sure that the grigri is loaded correctly and then clip it into the anchor and lock your carabiner. Test your grigri before using it to make sure it is locking correctly. Before lowering with the grigri, redirect the brake hand of the rope to a locking carabiner above the master point. Slowly pull back on the lowering lever of the grigri while keeping your brake hand on the rope.